there we go. We're like, are we live? Are we live? Wait.
It's always that anticipation, isn't it? It's like, come on.
Oh, hello everyone. Happy Wednesday. I am live with the fabulous Mel. And yes.
It's Thursday.
Oh. Is it?
Yeah. Or am I wrong? No, it's Thursday. It's definitely Thursday.
Happy Thursday, everyone. It is not Wednesday. There you go. I mean, I have been just saying I was going somewhere tomorrow, which I knew was Friday. But anyway, so yes, we hope that you're doing good. And we're just talking about the weather and how it's hotting up. But I mean, it's much hotter where you are, Mel, down south. Compared to where I am in sunny Sunderland, but it is sunny.
Yeah, the thermometer's been dialed up a notch or two today, definitely.
Yes. It's always about 5 less than here than it is everywhere else because we're next to the beach as well. So, so if you're here, say hi, drop a hi in the comments or ask us any questions. But yes, we're just here talking about Mel's been on Mel's OG. Do you know what I'm saying? OG, literally like being with us from the beginning. So do know all the things. You do all the things.
All the things.
All the things. And most recently in the last year, whilst being in our Limitless program, you've done mind coding and become a mind coding practitioner, haven't you? So, because some people think, God, doing 2 things at once might be a lot and overwhelming and, you know, having to find the time. But do you want to just talk through how that journey has been for you? Hey, Agatha.
I think they blend together so beautifully, because the reason I did the mind coding practitioner is, one, because I do everything that you ladies do. Like you say, OG. But also because I wanted to dive so much deeper into the science, the quantum physics. The more I've got to know myself more through the coaching and everything in Limitless, the more I've been so fascinated about the actual science behind it. And we do talk about that in Limitless, of course we do, but obviously with the mind coding practitioners training, etc., you go into it at such a deeper level, which means you're kind of a step ahead of yourself, like when we're in coaching sessions with you. So when we're on the accountability calls or when we're on the coaching sessions, you'll be talking about stuff and you're kind of a bit of a step ahead because you're like, oh yeah, we covered that in the identity module in mind coding, and we almost to the point that we're sort of thinking we catch ourselves quicker and we're like, oh yeah, I know exactly what Cheryl's going to say next to me because we spoke about that or learned about that in the mind coding. So, but I think they complement each other really well, and I think certainly the way that we did it from the mind coding, as long as you've got to be really committed to wanting to do that, and you know it is life changing. I mean, my life's been changed dramatically over the course of the last 5 years or so that I've been with you guys, but that takes it to a different level. And I can see myself, all the lives I've done with you ladies, I constantly seem to have pivots but that's the nature of it, because you're getting to know yourself more, your energy. Even I think the thing for me was like the body side of things this time, so all the energetics and how much your body tells you certain things as well. And I think that's for me certainly over the last sort of however many months since we've completed the MCP, I'm leaning into that side of things more now, and listening to my body and using that as intuition, because we talk about that a lot. And again, we talk about it in both containers, if you like. So within Limitless we talk about it, but you just go into it in so much more depth within the mind coding.
Yes, it's just a whole new level of understanding, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because with mind coding, like we say, like we pull the curtains back and started to show the tools and strategies that we use, right? And you get to, rather than us using them on you, you get to actually use them on yourself, and then also other people, whether that be your friends or the people in the coaching circle or clients. So therefore, it just lands at a different level. Like you say, now you'll be in a coaching session with me or whatever, and you can see the tools and strategies I'm using on someone else, not just be on the receiving end of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's the big difference, isn't it? When you're limitless is amazing, because that is your time to focus on you. And let's face it, most people don't. I feel very privileged that I've been on this journey, and I've got to see how incredibly important it is to take that time out for you. And that's, limitless is all about that. Limitless is about taking that time out for you, getting the coaching, getting experience and knowledge from the guest speakers that come in, doing the teaching calls. And the beauty of that is you've got the tribe in there as well, that not only are we gaining information from you guys and being coached by you guys, but you learn from others as well. We say it all the time, sort of, you can go onto one of the coaching calls in Limitless and sit there thinking, I'm going to go in there because I like to come in, even if there's nothing that's forefront in my mind. I always like to come on and just listen and take in the energy, because the energy, even though it's over Zoom, the energy in those sessions is incredible. But always, even if you're not the one being coached at that time, you take something away from it and something will connect. So that's the power of that group, the energy, the cheerleading, everything that we get within Limitless. And that's all about you. The mind coding, yes, it is about you, but you get to understand it in a much deeper scientific way, with the ability then, exactly like you said, to be able to not use it on yourself, but to use it in situations, exactly like you said, with your friends, with your clients. Previously things would come up with friends or with in conversations, and in my head I'd be thinking, oh yeah, no, this is what Donna and Cheryl would say to do. And perhaps I wouldn't be as vocal about it, or I'd approach it in almost sometimes in the wrong way, like trying to put all of that on them. Whereas now, with all of that, all of that training within mind coding, and especially within the within your groups as well, where you meet and you get the opportunity to practice it, so to speak, with one another, it then just starts to become second nature, and you're not forcing things on people, but you're approaching conversations in a completely different way, or you're dealing with situations. You might have a tricky situation with a client, and the way that you handle it then becomes quite different. The way you're navigating that and experiencing that is coming from a completely different train of thought, basically. So that's where they both blend so beautifully together.
I love that description. And if you're watching, say hi, or if you've got any questions for me or for Mel, then please drop them in the chat box, so in the comments box. So I knew I had something in my head for you. So since you did mind coding whilst on your Limitless journey, what has changed for you in terms of what you're doing day to day and the results that you've got having?
Everything again. So I haven't actually pivoted. What's happened for me, I've created a second business. I am a coach now. And again, that's the process of going through the mind coding practitioners accreditation. It's always been there in the back of my mind. And you're not ready till you're ready, or till the universe tells you you're ready. And that sort of cemented in me. That desire came more to the forefront. You guys knew that it's something I put out there 2 years ago, probably. And for whatever reason, it wasn't the right time for me. So I think that's amazing, because I can now, not just in conversations with friends, like I was just talking about, I help other women and support other women navigate and create the experiences that they desire to experience, and that's obviously been incredible. So I've got a second business that I'm growing, and my original business, the gifting business, is just going from strength to strength, and that's because I've leveled up because of investing in me, doing the mind coding. That's taken me to another level, and I've embodied that other level and have stepped into not just Mel, who does client gifts. I've stepped into Mel, who is the gifting goddess, who creates the most incredible gift boxes for her clients to create a ripple effect in the world of connection. And I'm embodied in that now. That is my mission, which was always it's always been my mission from day dot when I set the business up. It wasn't just about creating beautiful gifts. It was about being part of this bigger mission of women, empowering women and making a difference in the world in whatever way happens to be Mel's way of doing that. And that's always been there. But my God, now I'm deep in that mission now. And not only am I doing it with the gifting, I'm able to do it in so many other ways. I've started doing guest expert sessions. So that's sharing my knowledge, everything that I've learned through everything that I've done in Limitless up to this point, and then put on the mind coding. It's just opened my mind up to, not opened it up, I've stepped into the fact that there are so many possibilities and opportunities out there, and I'm in it, I'm doing it, and I'm living what 3 years ago was, we talk about this, was over there. So over there, at some point over there, I'm going to be doing X, Y, Z. Well, I'm in it now, and it feels incredible.
And you can feel and see and just energy, which is amazing. So if somebody sat there thinking, oh, I'm interested in Limitless or mind coding and the Quantum Edge, because if you do both, you're going to get money off. So let's just go all in, people. In July, you've got 6 months of the year left. Let's transform your life in the next 6 months. What would you say? What's your advice?
Trust that thought that you've got. I always say this to people. The fact that you are even thinking that in the first place is the biggest sign you need that you're ready for it. Because if you weren't, you wouldn't be having that thought. Don't sit on the fence. Just do it. Whether it's one, whether it's t'other, whether it's the both. If you can do both, I would highly recommend that. You know, you can easily do both alongside one another. I think, you know, for a lot of us, when we first started doing it, it was a case of, oh God, for those of us that were either in Limitless or if people were sort of other groups, it's like, how am I going to be able to navigate it? You create the time because you want to do it. You don't have to worry about where the time comes from, because that thought is already there that you want to invest in you want to create a different life for yourself, and learn so much incredible stuff along the way. That's your sign.
Love it. You heard it else. So if you want any more information about the Quantum Edge, then send me or Donna a message, or message Mel and ask her any questions that you've got, and say, let us know, Quantum, interested, Quantum, drop us a note, and we will answer any questions that you've got. Thank you so much for joining us on Thursday, and it is now. I'm coming live again tomorrow lunchtime with another fabulous lady on Friday. We'll remember the date. So join us at lunchtime again tomorrow. But like I say, got any questions, send us a DM. Thank you so much, Mel, for sharing that.
Thank you.
We'll see you all later. Bye, guys.
Bye.